Hi. Wait a minute. Can you see me?
No,
Yes, you can. Look through there.
I can see you.
Hi, Sasha and Sean. It's Howard. Say hi.
Hi, Sasha and Sean.
Okay. Here, this is my sewing room. It's a mess.
It is a mess.
I haven't organized it yet. I have a bed for company. I have a bureau with yarn in it. And many windows. And then this awesome little cubby with like 2 tables for sewing machines. Okay. Now, Howard's going to hold the camera. I'm going to show you this little technique. So Howard, you have to hold this so that you can get that pretend pattern.
I don't promise to
Just
do a
hold it
good
like
job.
that. Yeah, there you go. Can you see it?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. So here's the thing. It looks like it's over
Yeah,
bright.
it's overexposed.
Okay, well, what do? Try tilting. There you go. That's way
Okay,
better.
All right.
Okay, this is so funny because we're doing this for the Provissimo Edible Acres video makers, and we're so bad. You guys make good videos. Okay, so if I were more unpacked, I'd find a real pattern. So this is the thing. The fabric is put together with the right sides together, and pretend this is the edge. And your pattern would, probably have something like this with the dashes that show you this is the fold line. Oh, and these dots here, like your seam allowance is here. So these dots are wrong. Those dots would be like here. Now, when you have a dart, you'll always have the end of the dart, usually with a little dot, and you'll always have these 2 dots at the seam allowance. Sometimes you'll have these. Doesn't matter. So the technique is that you've got this, and this is all pinned, so everything is stable, and you're just going to stick a pin in each one of the dots. And I should have just pretended that these didn't exist because now I have to do more pins. But see, usually I only do pins at the seam allowance and at the end of the dart. Okay. And this wouldn't be moving because, again, you've had pins all over your pattern piece. Now, you just flip it over, and the pins are poking out. Have you got that? Can you see it? And you separate your pattern pieces like this. Oh, wait a minute. I screwed up. Okay, let's go back just a step. I was supposed to put the new pins in before I separated. So I'm going to just... I have done this many times, like literally hundreds. Okay, almost there. Okay, so I love pulling it apart. I was excited about the pull apart. And I usually push the pins in pretty deeply. Okay, so now you flip it over, and the pins are telling you where to put in new pins. So you just put them into the same holes. Okay, so now we pull off the paper. And the paper has kept these pins. Now we're back to the first side, and the second set of pins we put in are showing us where to pin again. And you're literally just, if you can, go through the exact same hole. If I were more ambidextrous, I could show my left hand doing this. So now you're done with this. Now you get to take these apart. Okay? And with the inside right sides together, you just line these up, and keeping the pin in the hole, you find the other pin that is its mate, get rid of the one, whichever one you want. It doesn't matter which one you get rid of, but I'm finding this one. Okay, now if it gets a little skewed, you just make so that there's no what's the word, you don't want there to be rimples. What's the word? I'm losing my nouns. You don't want there to be anything that's going to cause, you want it to lay flat. I can't find the word for, what would not be laying flat. Now, what?
Wrinkle?
A wrinkle, not a rumple. Okay. And I always put the last pin in, coming right out the fold of the fabric. Most darts are pretty gradual, so you're going to sew pretty slowly away from here, because then you don't get not a rumple. You don't get a little pocket on the other side. You're going to be gradual. But I always put the first injection of the pin in the dots. So if this were a real dart, you'd be sewing like this, from this point to this point, and to that point. It was a made up dart. It was not very good. Okay, that's that side, and then you go back and you do the same thing with this side. Again, you got to make sure that you have right sides together. I always initiate the fold at the very intersection of the first, the dart pin, and then finish by matching these holes. So this pin goes in there, this pin comes out, this pin will find its mate through here. And this fabric is having a bit of a wrinkle, but it's really because I don't even know if that triangle that I drew is really even. So it's not perfect, but that is the technique. Love you guys.